Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our next Casting the Pros episode, and this time we're going to choose Mr. Symfuhny. A lot of people are always like, man, that dude is cheating. I've actually reviewed some of his gameplay to get my own opinion on it, and he's just a twisted hell of a maniac. It's quite mental how good some people can be. I've played in my years of PUBG with the pros in PUBG, and in that time, the only reaction I had to some of their things was, the fuck, you're cheating. But realistically, they're actually not cheating. They're just beyond. Some people are just talented. So we're going to be casting a mouse and keyboard player, and it's going to be Mr. Symfuhny, and I hope you can learn the one or the other thing from this gameplay. Unsurprisingly, we're starting in Superstore. Symfuhny playing with Mr. Crowdy, insane gamer, controller player, and coach. Mr. Symfuhny just going straight up for the loot, having struggles there getting up on the box. We all know this one devious box where you really can't get the hell up in the beginning and you feel like you're a 2-hour player. Superstore being as dark as always is, Crowder just murking that poor fool, Sim going around. Good start on the hipfire shooting. This is very important to learn throughout the game. Always start with this kind of hipfire shooting with many guns, because it's just going to be better off. You're going to start shooting, you're going to zoom in, you already have the few shots, but don't waste the ADS time as 0 bullets, because the ADS time is already bullets for you. Poor little Jimmy trying to drive by with his car, just getting kiloed down. The kilo is just one hell of a stupid gun. We just made recent kilo videos, and the gun is just needs some kind of nerf, like the grout treatment where they added bonus recoil. Usually after Superstore, you straight up drive into the hangar area, because that's where most people are. You want to find people, you want to kill people, just go to hangars. They drive in with their car, they think they're there. Symfuhny sees one to his right, trying to murk them, just getting Mp5 him fired. Perfect example here of just the Mp5 also being a very stupid gun. With the standard hipfire build, Merc-Forger collapsible 5mW laser, you do not need to ever aim. Symfuhny's playing the monolithic integral suppressor. You could swap that for a muzzle brake for even tighter. Funny story, they actually just do challenge some snipers. I mean, the thing about Kilo and challenging snipers is the gun gets shot inside, just runs around scared because 0 plates. And let's see how the Mp5 in action performs once again. Boom, just straight up hipfire, only headshots. The spread is so minimal, and the Mp5 does not even have the best hipfire. The Mp5 only has a 7.5 square pixel hipfire. Again, fighting with a Kilo against snipers is quite ambitious, because, you know, the Kilo just doesn't do any damage on range. Okay, they're getting pushed by the rat gentleman. Precision airstrike going down to push them down. Very good movement here from Sim, just running straight down. These dudes are focused on the top because they're like, they're on top. We're gonna look there. So they just get cameraed by Sim running down. This is the perfect example of getting cameraed. And the Mp5 hitting again. Absolute just hip fire. Straight up, mouse and keyboard down. Just hold your mouse straight and just send it in. There is more coming. Again, hipfire. Just don't show a lot of yourself. Jumping down, resetting, boom. Getting him to throwing a grenade for the sound cover, pushing around, hoping to zoom in and see someone straight away.
I'm not even like having a chance to win those because I'm just sprinting.
Also important, the pre-zoom in, so you kind of like walk around the corner, but you want to already be zoomed in. Don't waste your time zooming in there, just be already on point. Crowder being dead, Sim get away from here. 0 plates, didn't have chance to loot anything, no ammunition, absolutely robbed. The car is pushing up to him. He's chanceless here technically, you know, there's a car running up, no plates, gets actually the plates bought. The dude not pushing fast enough, taking his sweet ass lord time, dropping out there on range. That's probably his first mistake there, that he actually goes for the range instead of just going in. Okay, dude's going around. He really wants him. He's not giving up. He lost his friends. He's angry. He's mad. But I don't think he actually... Ooh! Sees the dudes that are just prone. They're holding. Fantastic. That was a nice little glimpse there. Kilo again, just holding it, going down. 50 bullets on the Kilo. Interesting here on the Symfuhny build. 50 bullets for the absolutely insane bonus movement speed. It's 1.5% only, but as you can see, these guys are playing
trying your ass off. This doesn't make up for it.
Absolutely aggressive. So obviously, they need the bonus movement speed. I mean, we're talking about like absolute minimal stats here of getting like a little bit faster. Symfuhny getting Mr. Crowder back out. We have 78 left alive, 10 kills already in. Pretty standard pacing here. I mean, these guys really fighting there in the building and not wanting to let go. Get themselves absolutely murdered. They did so many mistakes. I mean, just pushing up there, both looking up, especially if you push with two. You know, they were pushing with two. So they should have, instead of looking both up, one looks straight, one looks up. I could have even grenade shacked before. One helicopter flying in, trying to murk them. Oof. How many times have we done that, guys? Throwing a helicopter, yelling at the team, guys, I'm throwing it. I don't know how many times we've actually died to this. Getting sniped at from the SOS building, pushing on Virgin to fight the SOS. Always take the higher ground, get in a better position. Kilo just going down. Poor guys absolutely getting murdered. No one else there. Oh, from apartment further away, people shooting. Also someone down here trying to get Sim blasted. Sim pushing around. Getting, whoa, the dude, camera on him. This is the absolute camera again. He just goes straight through him, and the dude probably just saw a shadow passing by. These are these moments where you just focus straight, and then floop, you just get zipped by so fast. Presence of mind. What you can see here from Sim so far is just great reaction in every situation. No hesitation, just going there. Crowder dies. Sim getting beamed from the right side. Trying to get the one dude murked down, trying to jump up there even though that's greedy. The dude jumps over, probably on top. No, there. Very important to know, you can just always traverse over the buildings. Dudes are absolutely getting murked. The Kilo is just such a crazy beast. There is no recoil on the Kilo. You just shoot that thing straight. I mean, with a good mouse and keyboard control, especially if you're a low DPI player that doesn't wibble wobble with his mouse a lot, that's the most important part, then that thing is just stable. Because the only deviation you get on the Kilo is kind of you flicking your own mouse. 17 kills in, 49 alive, third circle. Very good pacing here from these two gentlemen. Kind of like a very good game where everyone is already very centered around the middle. Sometimes you have these annoying circles where everyone is in military base and such. Poor Crowder is the punching bag in this game. I mean, he's trying to play very aggressive, and that kind of helps Sim a lot because Sim is just chilling. You know, he's just enjoying his time and just murking the people left and right. While poor Crowder, oof, that was a very ambitious MP5 beam, showing just the power of the MP5 also being so good on these distances here right now. Oh, Jimmy's running. They actually rest themselves. Jimmy's running, but they don't stand a chance against the Kilo. The Kilo just tears down next Jimmy. The dudes that were crossing are dead. Crowder again going up. So Sim has like the potential to just do these naughty long-range beams of trying to get everyone there completely destroyed.
Yeah, he was cracked.
When he's burning through this AR ammo like crazy, again, out of AR ammo. That's just where you see how much they're shooting. Pushing train station, gets one down, gets the second down. Nice job of also hitting these headshots. A lot of people, me included, actually start always shooting on the body. I don't often actually aim for the head because often the difference between upper body shot and headshots is not that much. But if you have the chance to actually start there, do that. Gets shot from behind by the last guy. Michael Jackson taking him down. Getting the rest here from Crowder. Dude, they have to have a crazy run going on. This is going to be very ambitious. Ooh, can he get it done? I mean, even if he doesn't get it done, he's going to be able to crawl in 1 tick, 2 ticks. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're 24 kills in zone 4, 33 people alive. Very fantastic game so far that I have seen. Good gameplay there from Sim and Crowder. Mostly inside building fights and Kilo beams. And this is, again, the most important thing. Just put yourself in a position of advantage and then just Kilo beam left and right people. There is like no reason, like you have seen it in this game. This is the first time where they were actually out in the open. When you're out in the open, you put yourself to potential danger of getting beamed from left and right, of getting like into a clutch position. But mostly they have just been fighting from position of advantages. They have been taking the high ground, they have been taking the buildings, they've been shooting you in the open field. And that's very important again, and that's what you see what good players often do. They rarely do what Sim is doing here right now. This is a very stupid thing, obviously. You shoot that car because you're very cocky, but you're kind of in the open of everything. If someone is anywhere around you and just looks at you, you have a potential chance of getting murked. Nice flicking around there to the hit markers. Wall banging the poor Jimmy. This is something I definitely have to work on myself because I'm not an experienced Call of Duty player. Started like just with this Warzone again. And he actually flicked perfect to the hit marker. Some would say now, wow, I felt that cheaty flick there. But the reality is just that's what you have the hit markers there for. I just don't look at them. You know, I just averagely just flicking situations. But damn, that was really good. Kind of like that. Teaching me a lot here again to look at these hit markers myself even more. I think it's like a natural ingrained thing of getting that yourself done. That you really just look at that. I don't know how you are, guys. Definitely drop that in the comment. How much you're looking at the hit markers and how much you react to them. Because that's probably my greatest weakness when I win my games. But sometimes it's just like I don't know where I get shot from straight away, especially in these situations. And that's where you need the presence of mind. And that's how he won that fight. I mean, I would have died there 100% because I would have not been able to react fast enough. And that's where like a dumb open field play still is not getting you killed because you're able to get out there.
No, they're not.
They're getting hold there. Very annoying push. Very annoying push because this one is the one where you have to cross the road. And if there's a good team on the other side and they're all holding the walls, how are you going to do it? Wow, one of them actually pushed out to be greedy to flank them. Crowder, though, flanked them even harder. So that poor Jimmy got himself down. And they lost their big advantage of holding Sim and Crowder there. So they're able to traverse back in. One more Jimmy in the distance trying to hide himself. Another Jimmy in the distance trying to run away there. Crowder getting down again. Crowder is doing so much for the team and so much for the game, especially with this aggressive plays. Sim is really holding back here. This is also a standard strategy. You're going to have one being aggressive, one covering for him. Obviously, Sim was kind of like busy there fighting God in the world, so poor Crowder had to be the bunching back once again and dies. So you have like the one aggressive part, the shield, that just always able to get everyone whipped out in close quarter combat. The bunny hop double tap around the corner, so you shoot one, and then you don't know if anyone is coming, but you still double tap bunny hop around the corner, because if someone was coming, you would have already been prepared for him, and you would have already murdered him. Because most likely, there are only two positions they can come from. They can come from the right, but you already beamed from there, so they're going to be assuming that you covered that corner. So the most obvious thing is they're going to flank. I mean, people love to flank. I love to flank. Flanking is the most natural thing in this game. Trying to take angles that people don't count on. Oof, getting triple beamed, but getting the kilo out, just pre-shooting there. I like that random pre-shot. That was like actually pretty good because you kind of just shoot because you know they're there. And if one of them had the head out, you could have just beamed him. He didn't have the hat out though. So you stop and move on. But you could have taken like stark advantage of that situation. 18 people alive, 26 kills already in 6th circle. That zone is quite a juicy one. I do love my endings around Bone Town here. It's absolutely crazy. So he knows there's 2 or 3 people left there hiding behind. Crowder still being dead. I mean, we would now take a king contract. Despite it being zone 6, trying to get the team back up. Sim being out of AR bullets. This is super funny to see how much a man can actually burn through his AR bullets. How many times is that now in the match? 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time? He's burned through his AR bullets and is completely out of it because he's just been beaming so much people left and right. Gets the first one down. Saw the second one behind the wall. Beams him too. Very nice. And then one lady there finally racking up on plates again, running away. This is very good gameplay. So he could have been greedy there and actually pushed up with his Mp5, but the reality is while he pushes up, the guys could have already self-rested themselves. So instead of doing that, he just, oh my goodness, he just takes the position where he could beam them better. Could have even crossed over better to not rely on his aim that much. So obviously if you're an insane aimer, you can rely on your aim, but realistically he could have pushed a little bit further to hold them then easier, because he knew one is going to self-rest, straight up run in, no plates. There was one probably plated that he hasn't beamed yet. That's the first one that died, and completely shreds these kids down there. Very amazing. Kilo, oh, just shoots that little thing. Thought it was a head. Can happen. Reloading all his guns. Always reload your guns. One little Jimmy trying to run in. Nice jump there. These jumps seem completely random, but they always have to happen. Why? Because by jumping, you enhance your headshot potential. And at the same time, oh, that dude was stunned and had no chance. And on top of your headshot potential that you actually improve, you also make them hit your limbs instead of your chest. And the chest is usually where most damage is not in the head. So the bunny hops are so important there, getting the Jimmies left and right down here. Very, very well played. Poor Jimmies. I mean, the one was stunned. The second one was very good Mp5 flick. And then again, hit marker. The hit marker. I mean, he could have only gotten shot from one direction there. It wasn't that like many directions the dude could come from. So that was like, you have to flick for the, where is he? And that was like just really good, really fast. I'm pretty impressed there. I need to really work on my hit marker vision. I don't know how to train this, to be honest. I guess it's just a forceful looking at it. I kind of like panic probably when I get shot at. He saw him sliding in, double jump, bunny hop around the corner, hit some shots in, just holding the corner, absolutely relying on his aim. Again, the jumps. As soon as he starts shooting, always the tiny jump. Doesn't have time to reload. Why doesn't he not reload? Because if you reload there, you potentially die, since he might just peek in that very situation.
If I had a good start to that game, that's a 40 bomb.
Ladies and gentlemen, poor Symfuhny only dropping 35 kills and 24 for crowd out there. That was a very interesting game, I have to say. Very fun. There were some situations where I can definitely see that people would yell cheater, but realistically, the situation in the forest where he just flicked around, sure, that was crazy, but it was essentially hit marker. The same situation also there in the boneyard, where the guys beam at them and he just gets them down and then flicks around and shoots the fourth guy, the area at the end. Yeah, but also hit marker. The only situation where the dude could have been actually shooting from could have been like pretty much outside there. He was going in. They were all like kind of clustered in that. Yes, I can see where people always get scared and yell, poor Symfuhny's cheating, but so far what I've seen is just an absolutely cracked gentleman. That's an freak with mouse and keyboard, and it was really funny to witness this. I mean, the Mp5 hipfire is extremely strong. The Kilo hipfire is absolutely strong. That's why they're meta guns. That's why they're cracking so hard. I hope you enjoyed this cast, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed seeing a mouse and keyboard player. Definitely drop in the comments below which other players you want to see. There's so many more to cover. Thanks a lot for watching this. Thanks a lot for supporting the YouTube so much. We're on the way to 70,000 subscribers. I don't believe that we're going to get 100K by the end of the year, but slow and steady next year. This might be a dream of visibility. Also, the new Cold War guns coming soon on the 13th. I'm really excited to pump out more content about that. We're going to be having such a good time with Warzone still to come. There's so much more content to discover. Wish you a fantastic good day and see you soon in the Warzone.